Hello, my YouTube world. Johnny Mo coming to you today with a battle of Fuelworx versus No Spill. Let's see who wins the battle. Hello, my YouTube world. This is Johnny Mo. Today we're talking about Fuelworx versus No Spill. As you know, I put out a video in the wintertime talking and discussing about the Fuelworx can and how excited I was about filling up my mower. So now that I've had about 3 weeks using it, I definitely want to give a review. Just want to point out something. I bought these cans from Amazon, Fuelworx. I am not sponsored, so therefore everything I say at this point is just purely my opinion. This doesn't mean I'm right, doesn't mean I'm wrong. It's just my opinion only. Just to let you know, I'm not sponsored by either No Spill or Fuelworx. This is what I found. What I found is using the No Spill can for many, many years. What I found was what irritated me the most about the No Spill is how long it took to empty out a can. And because I have an enclosed trailer, I rely on these cans, but you're like, you know, you're sitting there, you're holding it upright for a long time, and you just want to be done with it. You just want to get it over with. Now, you could drill a little hole here, but what I have found is that I lose gas through that little hole, and that would give it the air that it needs. Having said that, I was always looking for a can, like the old cans, where you could just, you know, vent it and it would just pour freely. And then came Fuelworx. I found these through the GIE video. I think Tony's Lawn Care channel actually did a video when he was at GIE, and he found these cans right away. I liked what I saw, so I purchased 3 of them. This is my 50-to-1 mix can. So what happens is you suppress this button and you push this button at the same time, this little green button, and it just flows out of there. Now, if you wanted to race between the two of filling up, getting rid of 5 gallons into a zero-turn mower really quick, my goodness, it's not even close. The Fuelworx is phenomenal. Absolutely love it. It does exactly what I want it to. Now, it makes it really easy if you can set this nozzle, if you can set this piece and suppress it on the gas tank side. But if you have to hold it and it's full of gas and you have to press that button, well, that's where it becomes a little bit issue. Now, this is a little bit tight to suppress. You know, so is this. You know, when you did this and you had to hold it for a long time, you would have some thumb fatigue or finger fatigue. What I found is that, you know, trying to fill up things like this. As you can see, I just filled this up the other day and I left it that way. You see this mark over here? This is where I spilled the gas using the Fuelworx because it comes out so fast that you don't catch it in time. And there's no real easy way to fill up something like that. I've had a little bit of trouble filling up those. I never had trouble using the No Spill, but filling up my Time Master has been a little bit of a challenge. I filled it up several times and I've spilled gas every time. This neck bottle, it does move, but it doesn't seem to be curved enough to where it's just hard when you're trying to push it, and then you're also pushing that green button. Or when I'm filling up the Time Master, I don't even use the green because I don't need it to come out that fast. But I've had some issues with that. Filling up the weed whackers, I thought was going to be an issue. If you have some place really solid that you can put your weed whacker and set it down where it won't move, I have found that this works just fine. I have not had an issue. The only piece of equipment I'm having issue with is my Toro Time Masters. Those things are very difficult to fill up because you have to hold it. There's no place to really push it. You have to push it and pull that green, suppress the green button and push the green button. So overall, if you're filling up your zero-turn mower and you want to get it done fast, this is the can for you. I think it can be improved upon. In my opinion, I think if this was just a little bit more slotted, I'm not sure. I do like that this moves like this. But filling up smaller stuff, where you can't just set this right on the edge and go like that and hold it. Let me see if I can show you what I mean by that. So if I took this off, okay, now I set this here, and I come and grab this can. This is what I mean by this. Now, if I can hold this here like this, set it in there, and now it's suppressed. Now, all I have to do is push that green button. Wow, this thing is amazing. But when I have to actually hold and do both, it becomes a little bit cumbersome. Not too bad. I haven't had any issues with filling up a mower like this. The weed whackers have been fine. The backpack blowers have been fine. I haven't had too much of an issue, but on the weed whackers, you got to make sure it's on a stable place where that weed whacker is not going to move, because you need 2 hands to do this. So my overall opinion is that simply this. I think using one of these 5 gallons to fill up your zero-turn mowers or anything that you can suppress it with, absolutely 100% the best can in the business, not even close. Not sure can, no spill cannot compare to this can. But when you're dealing with something like that where you can't just suppress it right there, it becomes a little bit of an issue. I've spilled gas every single time with that Time Master so far. I have 2 Time Masters, and I've spilled gas both times with them. So having said that, my recommendation is buy a couple of these cans for your big mower, and maybe have a no-spill can for maybe your 2-cycle stuff. Now, I went ahead and bought all 3 cans. I carry 3 cans. This is my 50-to-1, and I have 2 other cans with my... 2 other cans with just straight gas in it for my zero-turn and my Time Master out in the field. So overall, I am absolutely pleased. Do I think this is a better can than the no spill and the Sure can? Absolutely, 100%. I believe it's a better system, but there are some limitations. And you know me, I'm the kind of channel that really wants to give out the information that you are really looking for. So me not being sponsored by these guys, I appreciate what they've done. They've made the best fuel can, but I think it could be worked on a little bit better. Some things that I would do if I was Fuelworx, I would try to make this a lot easier to suppress. It's a little bit difficult when you're trying to do 2 things, meaning I have to suppress this and push that, hold the can, tip it, untip it. I think if this spring was just a little bit better, and it might wear in. I mean, you can almost listen to it. I mean, I'm really pressing on that. And it's a strong spring because it's giving me pressure on the way out. You know what I mean? Like I'm working my thumb out here. Much like this. This is pretty strong spring too. This just seems like it's just a little bit tougher. I would loosen up the spring pressure, and hopefully that doesn't do anything with the gaskets or anything. That's something I would do. I would work with this to see what's best for maybe smaller equipment so that it's more precise. Losing gas, you know, the first couple times I was like, yeah, it was owner operator. But now it's kind of like, you know what, this isn't made for everything. So there's some things that I would definitely change. Now, if you said, Johnny, you can only have 1 can, Sure can, no spill, or Fuelworx, it would be Fuelworx. I'll live with a little bit of spilled gas, because if you compare this can to this can, filling up my zero-turn, which is the main reason why I have this, because I have an enclosed trailer, and to get through the week, I don't want to be going to the gas station. So I do carry these, and I will fill these 2 up with regular gas, and then I will dump that into the zero-turn. By the end of the week, I would use 10 more gallons of gas. So I used 21 gallons of gas in a week in my zero-turn. There's 11 gallons on there. I fill that up, and then I have 2 5-gallons. So I use 21 gallons of gas in my zero-turn a week. Once summertime goes, becomes a little bit easier to cut grass. Obviously, the fuel consumption goes down, and I don't quite need to go once a week. It usually becomes every 10 days. And usually once a month, I can actually get 2 weeks once it's dead, July and August. So, Guys, that's my time. This is my opinion on this. I hope you enjoyed this Fuelworx review. I believe that this is an awesome can. I want to thank Fuelworx for inventing a can like this for guys like me who this is extremely helpful. It's extremely easy to fill up my zero turns. I'm very impressed by what they've done. And this is a non-sponsored video. I bought the No Spill can and I bought the Fuelworx cans. Guys, that's my time. Have a great day.